Xfinity gang members here. Freedom is good, man. Freedom is good. As I learned already that freedom is a realization of self. Freedom is a realization of self. You ain't really free until you are free from the captivity of your negative thoughts. Because most of the time, 99% of the times, those negative thoughts will come into fruition in a form of actions. Because as you notice, every deeds of man, every invention, every new invention, every act of violence. So you see, every act of good or bad is come from the thoughts of man. So you are not free from those captivity of your negative thoughts. You are actually not free at all. That's why if you notice, if you watch certain individuals on YouTube, one day they're talking save humanity, save the neighborhood. But the next week, when they get back on the mic, they're talking about, I ain't gonna back down, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna shoot you up. That is because there's a war inside their inner self. It's like they discover the new inner self. But their old inner self is challenging that new rebirth that they just discover. And because the newer self just rediscover, so it's very weak. That's why the old inner self have taken over them. And that's why they're going back to their old ways. You see? I'm an ex-Vietnamese gang member. And to be honest with you, maybe 25 years ago, the word gang wasn't a bad connotation at all. They can use that word gang like, you see the gang of politicians, they're sitting down and discuss businesses. But now when there's the word gang show up, it had this negative connotation, like such as a gangs of individuals gathering together about to do certain act of criminal activities. See, even the terminology over the years have changed. It changed so it can put a stamp on a certain group of people. So that means if you're in the gang, none of y'all, not even one, is a good person. You see? But that's far from true, right? All it is put a stamp on those that wanted to be part of something. And a lot of times we involve in certain groups of people in our neighborhood. It is because there are a variety of reasons. Economic inequality, bullying, poverty, homelessness, father never around. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of components that lead us young men into the gang's life. But once we get into the gang's life, because of the stamp, the ideology, and the culture of a gang, so you must do certain things. And that's how it started. And then, if you live in some neighborhood, different from a black neighborhood, an Asian neighborhood, they put a stamp on you and ideology in your mind that make you feel automatically you gotta hate those folks. Unless you have some kind of businesses that serve other culture, then you have a chance to interconnect with them. Then you realize, man, not all black people are killing. Not all black people go around rob people. Not all Asian are soft. They're all nice people, hardworking people. You see? So once you integrate with other groups of people, then your realization change. That's why they did what they do. They do what they did. Divide and conquer. When I went into the Fed, right, serve my time. When I step in, I have homeboy in the state prison. Even right now, doing 25 years. The federal, they're very integrate. You're exposed to more culture. They don't put you with your gang. So you have a chance to explore. Now, when that happens, it's abnormal to the way that we've been raised. It's abnormal to the way that our neighborhood have been set. And we get interconnect with another black person, Asian person, or Latino brother. You realize that all Latinos is not talking bad about black or Asian. Then you understood why is this happening. It is happening because they have capturing our mind with negative information. Fill our mind with that through the internet. So we have this we automatically have certain viewpoint about other groups of people. And we get online and we diss, we degrade them, we threaten them. All this is being created so that we become the tools to kill each other. And then they from the outside looking in, judging us. See, look at them. They're nothing but thugs, scums. And then when we kill each other, we just another scums of society. That's an easy job for them. They just come and do a cleanup jobs, right? If you notice, a gang member shot another gang member. They don't care who shot who. That one died. This one doing life or on death row. So you see, divide and conquer. So I learned that in my 10 years in the Fed. That is a strategy that being put forth out there all over the internet. Why do you think people still talking about toward one another? When you have your own people are struggling with economic, shelter, food, equality, then why you out here try to point fingers and destroy people that you don't know about? You see? Think about that. Think about that. You know, when I own a lounge, I deal with a lot of independent artists and a lot of African American, a lot of blacks came in and do their shows. Even after more than 15 years that I'm not in business, I still get phone calls from them. Matter of fact, I actually got another phone call from a potential client, and we have a good conversation. It is because you understood that there's another human being on the other lines. See, when you look at the other human beings as yourself, it's so easy to deal with. But when you don't look them as the way that you look at yourself, then there's a problem. The U.S. has the highest prisoners and prisons. Think about that. It's the business, man. When y'all gonna realize that? It's the business for them to lock y'all up. It's the business for them to create turmoil so y'all can fight among yourself. It's the business to contain y'all. So we can talk all the tough games, but do you ever sit down and study? If you're in the gangs, or even you regular folks, have you had the time to sit down? The technique of surveillance, the technique of wiretappings, the techniques of putting a snitch among yourself. You see? Nowadays, they don't have to do the killing. We do the killing for them. We do the hating for them. We do the destroying for them. Because we think that creating strife, hatred among ourselves is the ways of uplifting our fame status. But it's not. It's not, bro. You see what my shirt say? The broken dream that could. I used to have dreams. But guess what? My dreams did not fulfill all the way, but at least I'm on that path. I'm free from my negative thoughts. I'm on the path of financial freedom because I wanted to. So when you wanted something, you're going to take that steps. It's easy to do negative works, but it's hard for you to consistently doing it every day to contribute to the society, because that's how you're going to get rewards in life, by what you're contributing in the society in the positive ways. When you do positive works, none of the negative will come back your way. It's always 100% positive reward come your ways. So the next time, bro, I'm a multicultural person. I have no problem with Latinos because I deal with them every day, or blacks. I talk to them on the phone, even white, Asians, because I believe that unity is a force that cannot be reckoned with. So the next time when there's divide and conquer, you gotta use the force of unity to gap those people together. XBNME gang members here. Freedom is good, man. Freedom is good. Until next time.